All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, tonight we got some craziness, y'all. I was scrolling on my feed earlier and I seen a post saying Charleston White essayed his cousin, and there was proof. So, I didn't believe it. So, I went through the comments and there was the video, a young lady sitting on a podcast. I'm not sure whose podcast it is. So, if you know whose podcast it is, put it in the comments so I can give them folks credit in the description. But a young lady who claims to be his cousin has documented proof that this happened. So I want to go ahead and bring up the video. I want to play it and then I want to talk about it. So let's go.
Around what age were you when this all happened?
About 11 or 12. And we was at my auntie house. Charleston had just came home from TYC. And I was getting out the shower or whatever. And he came in there fondling me. I had watched one of his videos here recently because I had heard about how he was on there making jokes about when we was little, we used to have sex with our cousins. What the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry. Where do they do that at?
Right, where did they do that at?
Getting paperwork on what happened, but just what I wanted to reveal because I didn't feel like everything was appropriate at the time. We got district clerk office paperwork here now. So
district clerk.
Thursday of November 1998, Charleston White signed a court order arrangement to now or anytime after the day above contact the victim, Shalondra Price. Klein was 11 years old of age when contact was made. Sexual direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. So, I mean, we got everything from the detective's name to the signature of the district clerk. I mean, I don't know.
And this says, this is crazy. This is crazy. He been tested positive for the semen. It all matched up. Direct penetration, sexually direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to the current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. This is crazy. You got a detective name and phone number on here. March 16, 1999. Yeah. Yeah, Charleston, you can't keep hiding from all this. You can't keep hiding from this. I know it's painful that, you know, like at your age and you try to tell someone. I know, like, was it any kind of friction in the family, like people telling you lying?
Yeah, a lot of it came from like my aunts and stuff saying that I just wanted attention and stuff like that. Like, I really don't want to make this about anybody other than myself, you know what I'm saying? But as far as my immediate family, everybody was all on board after everything got processed and was, you know, systemized or whatever you might want, whatever great language you might want to use for it. And I haven't had to really revisit that except when he came to Stop 6 working at the club, and then he had put that program there for kids. And I was just thinking, damn, for a person who always doing shit, you know what's going on, you know, like, if I was that young, that means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20, something like that, I'm sorry.
So he was 19 to 20 years old when this happened.
I don't just think about it every day to remember the exact ages both of us was, but I do know he had just came home and he was a whole lot older than me, you know. People think shit like that is funny and it's a joke, but if you ever go on my page, anything that I'm on there doing for the jail motivational speeches or any of that, if you just listen to it, it'll tell you the whole story, you know what I mean? This ain't something I just started dealing with, it's something I've been dealing with.
Okay, take your time. And, it's painful that you have to.
Shalandra, I've been listening to everything, of course, backstage, and I'll take it from here for a second, T. Will.
Yeah.
The thing that got me about it was the first time we did the interview with each other. He watched it because he went live the next day, Shalandra, and he made a statement. Yeah, she ain't got no paperwork. Ain't no paperwork with my name on it. And T. Will, you right there to witness it, ain't you?
Yes, I'm right here to witness. I read it. It's even more paperwork that she has that she really didn't want to just bring forward because it's a lot. It's a lot. She's not the only one. He has they have like 2 more cousins, family members that's victims. She really didn't want to bring them into it, so we're not going to say their name. But Charleston, you know what you did, man, and I'm pretty sure it hurts you. Like you got to watch this man just go around everywhere. He bragging about how he used to who didn't hunch their cousins and all that, but it's not right, especially when your cousin's not want to hunt you back, and then you really grown and they still a minor. You know what I mean? Underage child, and that's like he robbed you of your innocence. You really, I'm pretty sure, like your trust was bad.
I have a lot of problems with this, Everybody don't just know what I go through because I'm not a boisterous person, just like put everybody in my business. But every chance I get to tell a story to somebody I think needed, I do share it, But people just don't understand. My personal life is just like, because I can't never get past. At first, I couldn't figure out why. Then when I started going to therapy, I was like, okay, maybe this is why. But then when I see him, and it just looked like it don't bother him to say whatever he want to say about whoever he want to say it about.
So if they found
this, will make it hurt a little bit.
Well, if they, Shalandra,
all right, y'all, we gonna stop it right there. That is some craziness, y'all. Craziness. And I knew Charleston was wild, but I didn't know these types of stories actually held weight. Those stories he was telling on all those podcasts about how he was wilding out and hunching his cousins and all that, those were true stories. What in the hell is going on? And no, we didn't do that. On behalf of the congregation, we did not hunch our cousins, Charleston. I don't know where you got that from. That is some weird wacko shit right there, man. But this is why I always say, y'all gotta watch who y'all glorify. Not only that, y'all gotta hold people accountable. Stop glorifying people because they're entertaining. Okay? Because I'm gonna admit, Charleston White is entertaining as hell. You can watch this man talk for hours and laugh. He's entertaining, yes. But we have to start glorifying people based on what they do, their character, the person that they are inside, what they've done. Not just what they're doing now, but what they've done. Yes, where you come from means a lot. What you've done means a lot. Because as you know, we all must reap what we sow. And if she's got documentation that this has happened and he's out here bragging about it, that's crazy, bro. That's completely nuts. Y'all have got to stop glorifying this type of behavior. When y'all hear something like this, especially as men, we got to hold each other accountable. When we hear something like this from another man, we can't just let that skate by. Like that's just cool. We put up with a lot of clown activity, but this just takes the cake. Harming a child, especially in this way, especially one that's related to you, that's going to carry this for the rest of her life, that takes the cake. I think the culture needs to hold Charleston accountable for this, man. You got to hold him accountable for this, because what if it was your cousin? What if it was your friend's daughter or somebody that you knew? Would you not hold this man accountable for that? All entertainment aside, this is crazy. This is crazy. And if it happened and he atoned for his sins, it is what it is. But he's not atoning because he is bragging about this. He is laughing about these types of situations. This is something that is funny to him. that he put this young lady through that mess and that she's still dealing with that till this day. Fellas, we got to do better. We got to hold people accountable for their actions and what they've done. It doesn't matter how entertaining, how funny they are, how many nights you stayed up watching them on YouTube or Twitter or wherever you saw them at. Hold people accountable for the impact they're having on your community and the impact they had on their community. Would you want your sons to grow up like this? Would you? Of course not. Of course not. Anyway, y'all, this is just complete madness. Complete madness. I didn't know this. Maybe this is old information. I'm not sure. I saw from the video the guy's name is Will the God. So shouts out to him. If y'all know the link to his channel, let me know so I can put that in the description. Thank him for putting this out in the atmosphere so we all can see this. Again, y'all, hold people accountable. Hold people accountable, okay? All right, so let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like I said, I'm at a loss for words. This is wild. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And of course, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. All right, peace.